Hello once again, my Southern California hikers and wherever else you might be. Today, we're going to talk about a relaxation program, but before we get started, I wanted to bring you a little update in Galatians 5, 22 and 23. You probably all know, it talks about fruit, and it talks about fruit of the Spirit. The fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. I hope it's not too far of a stretch to connect a relaxation program, the ability to achieve some of these things: love, joy, peace, and patience, just a couple. Self-control, oh, for crying out loud. If you can control your anxiety and your arousal levels, you can control a lot of things. And so bringing that into picture with what we're doing. But what's interesting is you don't rarely, as a farmer, I don't think ever, go out and just pick fruit. There's a lot more to it than that. And so one small little chapter later in Galatians 6, Paul talks about sowing. And you can sow to the flesh and reap the flesh, which in the previous chapter also describes what all of those things are, and they're not very pleasant. But it also says, sow to the Spirit and reap the fruit of the Spirit, and we just covered those. And so what does it mean to sow? And that's an interesting question, one that, it'd be great to hear your answer to. Maybe you can just answer it for yourself. But it brings about a thing called work. And when we talk about the Christian life, what is the work in the Christian life, and how does it fit in? And I want to maybe talk a little bit about that in the next video that we get together on. But one verse that Paul talks about in 2 Corinthians 10:5, he says, we strive to take every thought captive and to make it a direct under Christ's lordship. And so it's something that we're attempting to do here in our relaxation program, is to be able to control some of the thoughts and some of the things, and that's some of the work that's involved in being a Christian. Personally, I can't wait to dive into this more, because this was a huge stumbling block for me. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of the relaxation program. I thought you might want to have a little more, ideas or a parameter as to what you would include in a relaxation program. First, you'd need a good atmosphere. I like music, but not all music is conducive to relaxing. I think I might have mentioned that I sleep every night with either a kind of a yoga meditation or hymns. It's quiet in the background, and it's something I really, really enjoy, but that's certainly a preference for you. You certainly want to eliminate distractions. You don't want to be in a house of, lots of noise and things going around, or kids, people walking through your place of trying to get comfortable and relaxed, and you need a comfortable place, whether lying or sitting. This will require some words. So let's see, whether it's self-talk or recording. I've already given you one recording, and you can find multiple others on any YouTube channel just about it when you type in meditation or relaxation program. Or you can make your own. It should include focus on muscle relaxation and finding areas of tension in your body. You should include focus on breathing, which will eventually be a focus on heart rate as well. If we could hook you up to biofeedback machines, we could tell how good your relaxing is based on several things like your breathing, your heart rate, even your body temperature you can control. We're not going into that quite depth yet, but I am telling you it's not that hard to take your pulse and see how you're able to maybe control some of those things and have great self-control. A program you can develop into multiple intervals. And what I mean by that is, in the beginning, it might be a program that lasts 10 to 15 minutes, and that's one that would be great for going to sleep at night. It may not be that long in the beginning at all, but even if it is, you can reduce it to a 5-minute interval where you can get and achieve the same amount of relaxation as you would in a 10 to 15 minute one. It just takes practice, and then of course from 30 seconds to 2 minutes you can reduce the time even more. The goal is to be able to have it in multiple intervals to have a more mobile program. A skill you can use in a variety of places, so this goes hand in hand. It'd be pretty hard maybe to have a 10 to 15 minute relaxation, say in your classroom, or be in a test, or some place where it's you're sitting outside of an office or waiting for a job interview or something. that wouldn't probably be a good place for it. But a 30-second to 2 minute would be a great place that you could just stop and cool your jets and achieve a level of relaxation that your breathing would calm down, your heart rate would go down, and you would be able to be more in control of the arousal level that you have. A program you'd be comfortable practicing daily. This is going to be something that you do daily. I am requiring a practice session of you at least once daily, but honestly, this is a skill that you would, I think, really want to develop on a long-term basis so that you could gain control over the interval time and the variety of places you could use it. But using it daily, maybe before you go to sleep at night for sure. If you have a break in your day and you just have 5 minutes where I could just take a little rest right here. Some people would take the longer 10 to 15 minute one in a place of a nap. There's been a little bit of studies shown that 10 to 15 minutes of a really good relaxation program might be better than a half hour or 60 minutes of a nap. So a great place to try to use the program before any perceived stressful situation. I don't remember if I told you, but I learned all this as a college senior. We used it in our competitive sports, and so during stressful situations, just before competitions, or even kind of in little breaks in the competition, we could take 30 seconds to 2 minutes and again achieve the proper arousal level to be at a more optimal level of performance. And now that I still compete, I still use that, but there are other areas that I use it as well. I mentioned, I think the dentist's office is a good one. I'm sitting there in the chair just waiting for my face to numb up good, and hopefully it works, and here comes the drill, and I know I'm a baby, but that's a place for me to be able to get my breathing and heart rate under control. So during a stressful situation, if possible, sometimes in the dentist chair it's just kind of hard to do, and sometimes it just isn't quite conducive, but these are places where you can get some good daily practice. It'll be something you'll now add to your charting, and this is a program that I want you to develop and turn into me as an assignment. All right, good luck with it. Talk to you soon.